Chapter 12. This is the last chapter. In terms of the book, this will be the conclusion. So maybe it's a time skip, maybe it's I don't know. Maybe Princess becomes the queen. I don't know. Anything can happen. Your Highness. Pardon me for interrupting your studies. Your parents sent you a telegram. Shall I give you the message? Yes, please. They're wondering when you might be visiting Brussels next. They miss you and hope your studies are going well. Also, that you're not troubling your aunt too much. Thank you, Emile. Tell them I'll come visit in a few weeks for my mother's birthday. Also, my studies are going very well. And Aunt Clem and I are starting our own tennis club soon. Very well. I'll see to that. Oh, and Emile? Tell them I miss them too. That's the dress that the king wore. This looks very French. This looks like a very French landscape, this top panel. And Frances is working with Madame Aurelia. There he goes. Take a screenshot of this. I don't know why she has such a goofy smile. But I guess they both have goofy smiles. And they hug each other. I have some new designs I want to show you. And that's it. And the author, I think this is it's really it's a really nice thing for the author to do. She shows her process. So it's actually kind of simple the way she did it. So she has three things: pencil, ink, and brush. Draw with mechanical pencil. Any pencil would do. I've had this one for 6 years. Windsor, brush size 2, and ink. Very nice. It's very nice of her to give all this detail. So I guess I'll read this too and end the recording. First stage of the book is a script. I write everything out beforehand so I can read it over and make changes. I think will make the story better. So she writes the script and she does a storyboard. After that, I print out everything out and do quick thumbnails over it. So multiple sketches. So I can figure out the layout. This is the real fast. This part is real fast and messy. I generally average 4 comic pages per 1 page of script. So that's about all the preparation that goes into it. That's a lot of preparation. Next is penciling. Just done in 9 by 12 Bristol paper. Even though I already scripted the story, this is where the comic really starts to feel alive. Drawing the characters as they go through the events, you can really feel their joys and sorrows, and it's the process I connect with the most. Originally, when I came up with the story, I imagined Sebastian and Frances as adults. That explains the alcohol. That does explain the alcohol present in the story. Here are 2 versions of an early sample comic I did. One with the characters as adults, and the others as teenagers. Also, it wouldn't be as bad if Sebastian left if he was an adult, but if he was a teenager and he just left, I feel like that's the worst situation. But it makes more sense if Sebastian were to up and leave and not come back and say anything if he were an adult. He can do whatever he wants. But here's just a baby-faced boy. I decided on teenagers, since very little of the story changed, except that everything was heightened. The protagonists were discovering things about themselves for the first time, which made it more innocent and emotional. Oh yeah, and I guess they are teenagers, they aren't adults. I think I had that question once before. But I guess in the way that the author wrote the story, they're kind of adults and teenagers at the same time. I didn't have a lot of time to do detailed location and costume designs for every scene, so I would do quick sketches in between comic book pages. Here's a sketch that became the blueprint for Sebastian's room. And more sketches. And here's a finished sketch of Sebastian as Lady Christilla. Very nice. This is the author, Jen Wang. By Art Liu, that's what it says. And this is the cover back, the back cover, the blurb. And this is another book that Jen Wang did. Yeah, and that's the end of the reading, that's the end of the conclusion, that's the end of the, I guess these are the author's notes. Yeah. This is definitely something that I want to do as well, because I want to make sketches to make sketches. Like, make sketches as a way of working through ideas. I think that's a tool that I should utilize more, because I have ideas or things that I want to draw, but I don't want to draw them until I know what the idea is. But the way to fix that is to make a sketch, which is why I have a sketchbook. But I haven't really been using my sketchbook as a sketchbook. I've just been drawing completed drawings. I haven't been making any sketches. If that makes any sense. I've just been drawing to complete a drawing, not to cycle through ideas, which is very helpful in the creative process as it was here. Hence, I'm basically going over the idea of what a thumbnail is. A thumbnail is just multiple sketches, and then you pick the one that you like the most. Yeah, that's the end of the book. I really like this drawing of Sebastian. Okay, that's end of the book. It was a good read, but I guess next, well, it could be anything next. I feel like this reading was certainly got a lot of views over time. So a lot of people really are interested in this book. And they found it on YouTube through my channel. So I guess that's pretty cool. That's the end of the reading. As I always say, or as I've always been trying to say, read more books. I feel like that's a good thing. This is certainly fun. This is by all means a leisure activity. So maybe I should partake in it more.